thing you've ever witnessed. I was tutoring a kid named Dylan for his SAT. His single dad was paying me $50 an hour, way more than I usually charged because Dylan was failing everything. Our first meeting, his dad showed up with a manila folder of report cards, teacher notes, even a handwritten timeline of every tutor they'd tried. 4 tutors in 6 months. Dylan sat in the corner, earbuds in, ignoring us. The early sessions were miserable. He'd show up 20 minutes late with fast food, eat during our hour, and half-heartedly answer 3 questions before telling me about streamers who dropped out of school and became millionaires. 2 weeks in, I mentioned his attitude to his dad. That's when I learned he'd been working double shifts for 8 months, saving every extra dollar for Dylan's prep. Over $3,000 already spent. By week 3, Dylan was bringing friends, turning sessions into hangouts. When I called his dad again, he apologized and promised to talk to him. The next day, Dylan stormed in, calling me a snitch who got him grounded from gaming. He was furious because he'd planned to stream that weekend for donations. Sometimes he'd complain about being hungry. Then he'd mention there wasn't much food at home, or how his dad would fall asleep at the dinner table. Week 4, he showed up in designer sneakers worth more than most people make in a week. His dad had bought them as motivation, but Dylan's scores were tanking. He'd started sabotaging sessions on purpose, giving wrong answers, scrolling TikTok the entire hour. Then he skipped a session entirely to watch a special stream. His dad still called to apologize and insisted on paying me for the missed time. The following week, I arrived early to speak to his dad. I parked across the street and watched him come home from his shift, still in work clothes. On the kitchen counter, he was counting my payment from a small stack of bills. Next to it was a grocery list with half the items crossed out. Dylan wandered out, annoyed I was early. This is stupid. I don't even want to go to college. Dad's just forcing me because he never got to go. I looked at his dad's face. Years of exhaustion, sacrifice, and hope crumbling right there. You know what your dad told me last week? I said that he's been skipping lunch every day to pay for this tutoring. Dylan rolled his eyes. Whatever. He's being dramatic. I pulled up my phone, a text from his dad. Can we do an extra session? I picked up overtime so Dylan has every chance possible. Your dad's 45, working 70-hour weeks, destroying his body so you don't have to. And you can't stay off TikTok for 1 hour? I packed my bag. His dad didn't try to stop me. Dylan just stared. And that's the most selfish thing I've ever seen.